have here tonight? Looks like friends, other outcasts of society. Oh, hi. I'm Jameen.
Ty.
I don't believe we've met.
I don't think we have.
So, what brings you here tonight?
The show. I came to see the show.
Of course. Why else would you be here in the audience? Unless you were here to see something else. Wouldn't be the first time.
Jameen, you're the writer.
Yes.
Pleased to meet you. I've heard so much about this piece.
Really?
Oh yes, there's quite a buzz in certain circles.
Must be small circles.
It is good to be well loved.
Oh yes, that is one of the best things.
I was talking about me.
I am well loved,
I suppose in your own way they love you?
but not like you.
Of course not like me. But you can expect them to love you like they love me. I am their one and only, the one from whom all blessings flow. The Alpha and the Omega, as it were.
Blah, blah, blah.
You disagree?
That's all your language, your words. You started believing your own marketing materials.
I believe you're jealous.
Of you?
You're not even a minor deity. No one worships you. No one adores you. No one loves you.
I make men rich. They all want to be rich. They love being rich.
I offer them eternal life. And for that, they love me.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
They fear you.
What did you say?
They don't love you, they fear you. They fear that you will bring a plague of locusts down upon them, that you will turn them into pillars of salt. And for what? You say, don't look back. She looks back. Boom! A pillar of salt. Don't you think that's a little harsh?
I'll show you harsh.
See, that's what I mean. It's that temper of yours. Oh, they're being bad. I'll just flood the whole place and take them all out.
I saved Noah.
You just didn't want to go through that whole creation shtick again.
It wasn't as much fun as I thought it would be.
And what about Job? You have to admit that was just plain mean.
It made my point.
That they should fear you. And they got it, so they do fear you.
I think that's enough, Cappy.
So, you admit I'm right. They love me and fear you.
I think you've crossed the line here.
Oh! I'm afraid! Yeah, that's right. Even I fear you.
I think you need to learn a lesson here.
I think you're the one who's learned something here.
The money changers in the temple. They're some of your favorites, aren't they? They really love you.
So you agree with me.
I think I'll ask my son to kick them out of the temple.
You can't do that.
And that whole group that sells the sacrificial animals. I think I'll ask him to kick them out as well. Pretty much anything commercial. Anything that involves you.
That's not fair.
And how's this? I'll get my son to tell them. It is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter heaven. We'll make the whole thing about being poor.
No way, they'll never go for that.
Are you kidding me? The poor will love it. Sure, they may not have earthly pleasures, but they'll have heavenly rewards in the next life. It makes being poor worthwhile.
The rich and powerful will hate it.
No, they'll love it too. It gives the poor something to live for. And if it catches on, the rich won't have to worry about the poor wanting to be rich like them. They'll have to share.
But they won't get into heaven.
I don't think they'll care. The rich are used to doing whatever they please and having all the privileges the world has to offer. It won't even occur to them that those privileges would extend to the afterlife.
Don't you think that's a little manipulative?
Oh no. I hope the rich fully accept the idea that it is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter heaven, and give up all their riches, and devote their lives to helping their fellow man. I want the money changers to not just leave the temple, but to stop being money changers.
That's not going to happen.
Probably not. I did give them free will.
Look, I'm sorry about that whole they don't love you thing. I mean, you made them. Of course they love you.
No problem. I think you make a good point. I'm going to try to be much nicer from now on.
Perhaps you could start by being nicer to the money changers and let them stay in the temple?
I'm going to be nicer to them, not to you.
I get that you're mad at me, but don't take it out on your people.
You'll be fine. They love you, right?
You're going to regret this. I don't know how, but I'll get you for this.
You don't have to be rich. Rich. She don't need money, honey. If she wants to get with him. She don't need diamonds, ruby. She don't have to have cash bill.
in the rough, of course. And as you can tell, we're a little short on butts and seats.
Yeah, but the basic story of Yahweh and Capital,
Well, I like to think of it as the continuing adventure of two of our greatest gods.
I think it has real potential.
Thank you for saying that.
How are you funding it?
What do you mean?
Look, I know the economics of the entertainment industry these days. How are you funding the creation, the marketing, the distribution of this? Who are you talking to about deals?
Well, I've been thinking of this as more of an educational thing rather than an entertainment thing.
Education, entertainment. Is there really a difference these days? I see a huge upside here. I'm talking touring companies, a ride at a major theme park, action figures, the whole 9 yards.
A ride at a major theme park. That hadn't occurred to me.
I'm just saying, I think the upside is limitless.
Well, it's nice to hear such encouraging words.
So how are you funding it?
Oh, you know, the usual. We do a bit of work here and there. I mean, we got the space for free.
So you're not funding it.
We pay our bills.
But do you have a sponsor, investors, any money coming in at all?
Did you pay for your ticket?
Look, you're not getting it. This is what I do. I find talented artists like yourselves, and I put them together with people who want to invest in talented artists.
Are you a producer?
No, but I may put you together with a producer.
Oh, I get it. You're an agent.
Let's not get hung up on titles. You've got something here, and I can help make it work. Are you interested?
Sure, I'm interested.
That's all I need to hear. It's been great meeting you. You keep doing what you do, I'll go do what I do, and you will be hearing from me.
Wow.
Whoa, I didn't see you there.
No one sees the hand.
No, of course not. What's that at the end of your arm? I don't know. I can't see a thing.
Can I buy you a drink?
Sure.
You don't sound very enthusiastic.
Well, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm growing bored sitting around drinking fine wine.
Perhaps a nice single malt scotch.
Been there, done that. Alcohol doesn't seem to do it for me anymore.
That's too bad.
I grow bored, Marky.
Perhaps I can help.
It is a deep weariness. I grow tired of the pleasures of the flesh, of the finest things that the world has to offer.
How about some G?
Some G. You can provide G.
I have a connection.
It's illegal.
Oh, what do you care about illegal? You're a god.
Yahweh declared it illegal and immoral.
Sorry, my mistake. If you're not interested.
I wouldn't say I wasn't interested.
I mean, if Yahweh says it's illegal, then I guess that's that.
Have you seen the church these days? It's about all I see of the world. And not like in the old days where I was in on the action. I wouldn't be surprised if old Yahweh wasn't into the G.
Could be. It's not so hard to come by these days.
So you can get it.
Sure. Want to try some?
You have some with you now?
I am holding.
Great. But not here. This is a little too public, if you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. How about we go somewhere with a little more privacy?
There she is, my genius.
How are you?
Not as good as you. Do you want to know why? I'll tell you why. You are fantastic. Only you don't know it yet. You do now. You want to know why you're so fantastic?
Sometimes it's better not to know.
You have attracted a sponsor.
I didn't know I was looking for one.
A patron of the arts, you might say. A patron for your work.
Great. What exactly does that mean?
You want butts and seats? You want to fill this place for your performances every night? You want to have to move to a bigger theater? You need to market. You need advertising. You need publicity. And it all starts with having your sponsor.
That sounds great.
And once this place starts filling up, the money just rolls in. You will get your cut. I'm talking salary. I'm talking royalties. I'm talking personal wealth. And then everything else just falls into line. Professional costume designs, sets, movie deals for everyone.
That sounds great.
And it all starts with your sponsor.
Who's our sponsor?
You know him. Or at least you know of him. Let me give you a hint. come on down. I'm no clown. It's the best show in town.
Crazy Stevie?
That's right. Crazy Stevie the Appliance King.
Crazy Stevie wants to sponsor the adventures of the Yahweh Capital. Has he even seen the show?
He doesn't need to see the show. I've seen the show. That's good enough for Stevie.
So he's going to give us money?
Well, he's rolling out a whole advertising campaign.
Starring himself?
He is a local celebrity.
The Adventures of Yahweh Capital. Come on down, I'm no clown, it's the best show in town.
Exactly. Crazy Stevie fans will identify with Crazy Stevie, and you will get butts and seats.
We're gonna have an audience of Crazy Stevie fans. I don't know what that means.
It means butts and seats. It means people will see your work. It means success.
Well, that sounds good and all, but what do we have to do? Do we have to use appliances in the show? Have Yahweh use a washing machine? For
No.
Crazy Stevies?
No, nothing like that. Look, it's easy. Crazy Stevie underwrites the ad campaign and then writes it off. His nephew gets some work producing the campaign, you get the advertising that you need, and Crazy Stevie gets more exposure.
Just what he needs.
Everybody wins. So what do you say?
What can I say? Thank you?
You're welcome. They like you, they love you, they want to give you money. They like you, they love you, they want to give you money. Deep inside I always knew someday your truth would shine through. They like you, they love you, they want to give you money.
I'm a little surprised to run into you here.
Well, yes, I can see how you would be.
I would have thought that you didn't frequent places like this.
Frequent is too strong a word, but I do try to get around, be everywhere, as they say.
I see. Since you're here, can I buy you a drink?
I wasn't planning on staying long.
Let me know if you change your mind.
I was meeting someone here. They seem to be late.
There was a time when no one would have kept you waiting.
Sorry I'm late.
No
No problem.
So, this is who you're waiting for. Marky?
Yes, Margaret and I have some business to do.
I thought you didn't do business, just good works.
The two are not so separable in today's world.
It's good to see the both of you. Two birds with one stone, if you will.
The same stone?
I don't have that many stones.
Do we have to conduct our business in public?
What? Cappy? Cappy's okay. Look, you're both after the same thing. A little G, and I've got the best G around. It's pure stuff, top quality. That's why you come to me.
Yahweh. I never would have guessed. You have a little G habit.
It's not a habit. I can stop anytime I want.
You just don't want to.
I can't blame you for that. I love the stuff, can't get enough.
Can we just get on with it?
I have it right here.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, that is good stuff.
You are the best, Marky.
I do what I can.
So, Yahweh, how did this happen?
How did what happen?
One growth junkie to another. How did you get hooked up with Marky? How did you get turned on to the G?
I'm not a growth junkie.
I would use the term connoisseur.
Whatever. You know, you and I are not so very different.
Don't say that. You only care about yourself. I care about others. Love thy neighbor.
That's not true. I care about others. I want everyone to be rich.
This is getting a little deep for me. And I have other clients to see, so I will bid you adieu.
I don't care about riches.
But they do. Your followers do.
And so they worship you,
Not like they worship you.
but still worship.
It's hard to sell poverty these days. Don't get me wrong, it was a brilliant move in its day. But now there really is the chance for everyone to be rich.
That G goes straight to your head.
Sometimes I get a little carried away.
It's true for all us gods.
So, you think I'm a god?
Well, my official line is that I'm the only god. Well, except for that Holy Trinity stuff with the Christians. But unofficially, yes, you're a god.
Thank you.
And do you know why I say that? It's because you have established a divine right. The people believe you have an innate divine right to things. That's what makes you a god.
I never thought of it that way before.
I have the divine right to the love of the people, to their blind faith in my existence, to their Sunday mornings, or Fridays, or Saturdays. I can really hardly keep track of all the ways they choose to adore me.
And I have the divine right to all economic rents, to all returns, to all profits.
That's a good one. I have to give you that.
Give it to me. You fought like hell to keep it from me.
The pearl of great price is not had for the asking.
I could get to like you, Yahweh.
I think this might be the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Yahweh quotes Casablanca.
Well, Bogart was godlike in that movie.
Let's talk grants.
I had a friend named Grant. Played saxophone, drank cheap scotch.
Always the joker. I'm talking big grants from the big foundations, the lifeblood of the non-profit organization.
I hadn't really thought of us as an organization, to be honest.
Well, you aren't one. At least, not yet. But you can be, and you will be once you get the grant. You'll have staff, people who will do all the things that you have to do, but don't really want to do.
That sounds like a lot of work.
You do a lot of work now. It will be less work.
Having staff means having to pay people regularly.
And you'll be able to with the money from the grant.
Which is great, but it's having people being financially dependent on us. Like, doesn't that sound stressful to you?
No, it'll be fine. We should start by hiring an accountant and probably some sort of overall manager.
I manage, okay?
Look, I love the show, but what you do is not management. There needs to be accounting, detailed records, clear lines of responsibility, defined roles, salaries, withholdings, the whole shooting match. The big foundations won't give you a thing if you don't have good organization.
I don't think I can afford an organization.
You can't afford not to have an organization. I think we should start with accounting. We'll hire a good accountant right away.
I don't know about hiring someone though. Why can't we just find someone like Jules? Someone I could give some money to and I have some extra.
Accountants don't work like that. In fact, nobody works like that.
I do. Maybe it would be better if more people did.
And what do you do when you run out of money and you really, really need some?
Well, something comes along.
Jameen, you are going to like having a regular salary. It makes things more predictable, more dependable.
Sounds boring to me.
This really isn't a choice. If you want to get the money from the grants, you have to have accounting. You have to have good organization.
That just sounds stressful.
Having a regular salary sounds more stressful than not knowing where your next bit of income is coming from.
It's having to pay people regularly. It's having others being financially dependent upon us. That's what's stressful.
Sounds like being an adult.
Are you saying I'm not being an adult now?
Look, it really will be easier for you. You'll have time to just focus on your art. You won't have to worry about the administrative details. The organization will take care of all of that for you. Trust me, you're going to love it.
Well, maybe you're right.
Of course I'm right.
Okay? Let's do it. We'll hire a good accountant right away. Can we get one that doesn't wear a suit and a tie all the time?
Sure. I don't think that'll be a problem.
I believe that the next round is on me.
You're a party animal.
With the help of some G, I can keep going all night, and I usually do.
How much G have you had?
All I can.
You're an addict.
A regular growth junkie.
Let's hope they never run out.
I don't want to think about that. I love it. Can't get enough. I've done some pretty stupid things to get some G, let me tell you.
Oh yeah,
Remember that whole .com thing?
that was a good one.
Like pets.com? They went from an initial public offering to having a Super Bowl ad to being bankrupt in no time. But was it really such a bad idea? I mean, people love their pets.
Was that the one with the cute little sock puppet?
Yes, how could that not work?
What about musicmaker.com?
I thought downloading music for a small price was a great idea.
Except people could do the same thing on Napster for free.
Those were some wild times for me. Pretty much anything to get some G was my motto.
Giving food to starving people if they're willing to convert.
That's a good one. Still works for you.
Well, the speculative bubbles have always worked for you.
Remember railway mania in Britain in the 1840s? Or tulip mania in the Netherlands in the 1630s? Or the Florida land boom of the 1920s? Those were some good times.
My favorites are the really idiotic ones, like Beanie Babies in the 1990s.
I know that none of them ended well, but damn it, I have no regrets.
You got your G.
I've got to have my G. Can you imagine not having G? I can't.
Still, it's a finite world. It has to run out sometime.
I don't believe that. There's always going to be new ways to grow. We will never run out of G.
I hope you're right.
And get this. I mean, you have to think about how market got into the American healthcare system. Sure, it made no financial sense or economic sense, but it produced some excellent G. And the pharmaceutical industry, forget about it.
Market is well on the way to becoming a god, you know.
Your number of followers is still growing.
In case you haven't noticed, the Westerners, my people, aren't reproducing like they used to. I mean, the Europeans aren't even having kids at a replacement rate. I mean, growth was easy when for every Catholic family popped out a gaggle of children.
I know what you mean. I need those same people to be consumers.
Well, at least you have other ways to grow. Sure, more people is good, but you can also increase consumption of existing individuals.
Yeah, I've been working on new ways that don't require consumption at all. Market has hooked me up with a world that is just pure financial products. It's all about perceived value and guesses as to whether something will be worth more or less in the future. But here's the best part. I can get growth either way.
I don't really follow you.
Well, I don't really understand it either, but it seems to produce some excellent G.
Deregulate it and trust in the market to work. Rules are for the weak, it's profits we seek. Please don't constrain us, rules can't contain us. Forget the externalities. Forget the practicalities. Yeah, deregulate it and trust in the market to work.
I got paid!
Congratulations.
I got paid for writing The Adventures of Yahweh and Capital.
I know.
That makes me a professional artist.
Again, congratulations.
Oh, I really like getting paid. I mean, the accountant gives me a check every week.
Well, maybe you should move to automatic deposit.
Oh no, we talked about that, you see. I like getting a check. I like the physical sensation of having the check in my hands. And then I cash it. And then there's the physical sensation of the cash in my hands. Well, then I deposit some of the cash. I mean, it really pisses off the folks at the bank when I give them back some of the cash that they just gave me. I don't care.
I'm so happy for you.
You're so right about having an accountant. I love getting paid.
I've got some news about the grant.
More money? I could just kiss you.
The grant's been delayed.
Nobody sees the foot. Nobody ever sees the foot.
just an administrative delay.
We need that money, though. We've been planning on that money to come in. We need that money to be able to pay people.
It's
People like me.
just a small setback. It's a little timing issue, that's all.
How small of a timing issue?
Well, that's not exactly clear.
I love doing that. Everybody talks about the invisible hand of the market, but sooner or later, everybody feels my invisible foot on their backside.
What do you mean it's not exactly clear?
Well, it seems the foundation's been having a little bit of an issue with their investment management company. They've put all grants on hold.
For how long?
They're not saying.
But it's only a matter of time, right?
Well, it depends on how bad these issues really are. I know one foundation was using the same company and they lost everything. The whole endowment, gone.
We need that money. The accountant's been planning on that money to come in.
Look, there are other foundations. You can get more grants. If you've got one before, then they're sure to give you another. That's what they look at. Have you gotten a grant before? If so, you can have another. It's just a little setback. That's all.
I hope you're right.
Have you seen Marky lately?
Not recently.
I need to score some G.
You look a little strung out.
Nothing a little G won't fix.
Maybe you should go a little easy on that stuff. Maybe take a break from it.
Take a break from G? Are you kidding me? You have to be kidding me. Where is Marky?
I'm sure Margaret will be here. In the meantime, you need to calm down.
Marky, where have you been?
Nice to see you too, Cappy. Yahweh.
I need some G.
I can see that.
I think you've had enough, G.
It's not your call, and now I haven't had enough. I want more.
I got some 5% G that's very solid.
That's not strong enough. I need more than that. What about that 10% stuff you had, or that wild 20% action?
I can't always get that stuff.
I want it. I need it.
What I've got is some 5% G based in 30-year mortgages. Safe as houses.
I don't care about safe. Can we cut it with some of the 10 or 20% stuff? Jack up the hit a bit?
Maybe I could leverage it, and that might help.
Do it. I'll take all you can get.
Well, there's only so much that I can get. I mean, there's only so many good mortgages.
Just get me some G.
This is starting to get a little ugly.
Oh, shut up, Yahweh! You didn't hear me saying anything when you were exploiting famine in Africa to get followers.
That's enough! I don't need this abuse. Marky, I will see you later.
I don't care what it takes. Just get me some G. I'm sure you can figure out a way to get me some more G.
What about the risk?
I think you'll find a way to manage it. I imagine there's a growth to be had in ameliorating the exposure.
Well, that's an idea.
She likes a nice French wine and eating truffles when she dines. But she'd rather have some G, she says. G's the food for me. She says, G's the food for me. She's done caffeine and Prozac, but thanks to G, she ain't coming back. Nothing ever compares to G, she says. Got to have me some G, she says. Please give me some G.
Oh, this is bad, Ty. This is very bad.
I think the show's going wonderfully. Maybe a bit dark, but I'm sure you can pull that off.
I do not mean the show. I mean the cash flow.
I am so proud of you. Not long ago, you didn't know what the phrase cash flow meant.
We can call it sweet monkey foo-foo for all I care. The problem is that I need to get paid today.
And you will get paid.
I'm not talking about tomorrow, or the week after, or whenever the grant decides to come in. I'm talking about today.
So we'll make sure that you get paid. We'll move to an accrual system and record the transaction today.
I don't care if we use the cruelest accounting system in the world as long as I get paid today.
No, I said accrual, not cruel. You wouldn't actually receive any cash, but the system would show that you received payment.
And how does that help me? I don't think the shoe store would give me new shoes if I say, oh, I don't have any money, but in our accounting system, I got paid. And you're right, that is a cruel system.
Use a credit card.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. You know, the banks run your credit cards, and mine happens to be maxed out. In fact, I should really be paying the credit card company today.
How did this happen?
Well, the bank called and said I couldn't use any of their credit cards, and I don't seem to be able to get any others. And the grants didn't come in, and the bank called the line of credit, and I don't have any cash, and I need some cash.
Whatever happened to the good old money will come from somewhere, Jimmy?
I started getting paid. I like getting paid. Paying others, not so much.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, you're the deal maker, the answer to all my problems, so solve my problem. Make a deal. Find some cash.
It's not as easy as that.
We'll have to close the show.
Maybe.
I need cash.
I'll see what I can do.
Cash is king. In cash we trust. All you need is cash.
I'll make some phone calls, but no guarantees.
You find them, and I'll shake that money tree, because someone's got to be holding.
Just because they're holding doesn't mean they're going to give us anything.
Well, I will find them, and I will get some. I guarantee that.
You worry about the show. Let me handle the cash flow.
Well, until there's cash, there is no show.
Maybe you can use this in your writing.
Don't give me that whole starving artist crap. I need cash. Not having cash gets in the way of everything else. No cash, no writing.
Well, let me see what I have on me. Here, take this. Consider it a short-term investment.
Ah, cash, lovely cash. But this is so little.
Well, it's all I have.
You would give a starving man a taste? The merest fancy appetizer? An amuse-bouche?
It's better than nothing.
I'll take it. But I have to have more.
Well, I'll do what I can, but you know, times are tough. The economy is in the toilet.
Yeah, just get me more money.
Oh, this is bad. Very bad. Oh, it's so cold. So very cold.
Cappy, you don't look so good.
I don't feel so good.
What's the problem?
I can't score any G.
You look to be in withdrawal.
I don't care what you call it. I need some G. I need it bad.
Maybe you need a break. Maybe some time to dry out.
Oh, that's easy for you to say. You're still growing. You're still getting your G.
A little here and there.
So don't talk to me about taking a break. You don't know what it's like.
I've had my dry spells. I know what you're going through.
Then you should know better than to suggest that I don't need G. I need it.
I know you feel that way, but you're an addict, and this is how withdrawal feels. Sure, it's bad. It feels really bad, but that's part of addiction.
So, tell me where I can get some G.
That That whole mortgage thing pretty much fell apart, didn't it?
But it was good while it lasted.
So maybe you need a break. Maybe some time to dry out.
I don't need to dry out. I need to score some high-end G.
Have you thought about rehab?
Rehab?
Yeah, rehab. I know an inspiring place in the mountains. It's where all the old gods go when they need to dry out and get it together again.
I don't like the sound of that. I don't need to dry out.
It's very nice. Zeus did his rehab there, and Thor did his rehab there. Now they both really have their acts together.
They don't have any believers, no followers.
Well, not many, but both have found a place in the study of mythologies and ancient cultures. Children everywhere learn about Zeus, and that's something.
It's not worship.
Perhaps not, but for some it really is love.
That's not the kind of love that I'm interested in.
I don't know that you have a choice.
Don't say that. I am not Zeus. I am not some washed-up old deity doing children's stories. I do not need to take a break.
I've heard that rehab is very nice. Lots of storytelling, and an opportunity to talk with others who have the same, or at least similar problems.
I've been down before, but I've never needed to go to rehab. I do not need to stop growing. That's just crazy talk. Can you imagine a world where capital doesn't grow? Even when you kicked the money changers out of the temple and made it popular to be poor, I still managed to grow. It was slow and torturous, but I did grow. I am not giving up G.
You're an addict. You can't handle it.
You haven't given it up.
I am not an addict. Sure, I like some G here and there, but I'm not addicted to it.
And when your time comes and your followers turn to someone else, you'll be fine with that?
I imagine it will be hard, but I'm prepared. I've had a good long ride.
Oh, I call bullshit on that. You'll be screaming and fighting to stay out of rehab just like me.
I hope not, but my time hasn't come and yours has.
Don't say that! This is not my time. I am not ready for the dustbin of history. Sure, I'm a little down and out, a bit shaky, and I'm having the night sweats in the daytime, but I am not done!
You sound done to me.
Just tell me where I can get some G.
Look, we all have to face the natural limits at some point. The world is only so big. There's only so much stuff in it. It can only support so many people.
So, create another one. You created this world. Create another one where I can get all the G I want.
I can't do that.
Yes, you can. You can get me all the G I need.
I won't do that.
You suck! Aren't we friends?
We are friends, and as your friend I have to say, you need to go to rehab.
I do not.
You can't handle not having G. You're an addict. It's not your fault. Some of us can be social users and not develop a habit. Some of us are just more susceptible to addiction, and even the littlest bit of G makes us an addict. You're an addict and you need help.
This is jealousy speaking. You're jealous that people love me more than they love you.
I'm not jealous.
You are a jealous god. You've tried everything you can think of, and still when push comes to shove, they love me more.
This is the addiction speaking.
I'm not going to rehab.
It's for the best.
You can't make me.
Perhaps not. But the sooner you realize that it's what you need, the sooner you'll get better.
Oh, kiss my ass, Yahweh. I'm out of here.
I didn't expect that.
You wrote that.
Nonetheless, it surprised me.
So what am I supposed to do now?
I don't care.
You can't just leave me and withdraw, desperately needing growth.
Why not?
You're the writer. You have to write a way out of this.
No, I don't think so. raises, that's for sure.
This completely sucks. You're telling me.
What is this? The Lonely Hearts Club?
I think I like silence better than writing like that.
You get what you paid for.
That would tell me my position.
See? Marky agrees with me.
Of course he does. You write his lines.
A good point.
This is like some bad Pirandello piece.
2 characters in search of an author.
Maybe that was Pirandello's point. He wasn't getting paid.
I'd have to go with his lifelong themes of disillusionment and disappointment.
Which perhaps come from not getting paid.
You are a gloomy gust.
Enough with the banal cliches already.
You got something better?
This is what you get for allowing the forces of capitalism and the free market to get mixed up with your art. Art should be pure and kept free from gross commercial concerns.
Oh, bite me. I write. Why shouldn't I get paid for it? It's not magic or sacred, it's just what I do.